Magomed Ankalaev believes that Alex Pereira doesn't stand a chance against him. I think with his speed, he won't even touch me. Best what he can get me with is a low kick. I'm very confident. I believe I can even beat him standing. I guarantee that. As I said in my posts, I can just stand and bang with him. I really want to destroy him, put my hands on him, and show that I'm better than him. Khamzat Chimaev is eyeing an October return and says he's earned a title shot. Most likely my return will happen in October, in Abu Dhabi. The opponent is unknown so far. I would like to fight for the title. I have 7 fights, 7 victories. There is no fighter in the UFC who has won 7 fights without fighting for the belt. Alex Pereira admits heavyweight move isn't main focus right now. It doesn't interest me to fight Tom Aspinall at the moment. To be honest, heavyweight isn't my objective. It isn't my main focus. It doesn't make sense for me to dispute fight for the interim belt. Paddy Pimblett reveals UFC 304 as final fight on current contract. This is the last fight on my contract. Some of these stupid YouTubers who are boxing could end up offering me millions to end up fighting one of them. So we will see what happens. Aljamain Sterling is aiming to fight Movsar Evloev but facing some hurdles. I'm trying to fight Movsar at UFC Paris, but we're having some trouble pulling this off. Otherwise, we will have to push the date further back to the first week of October. What do the people want? September in Paris, October PPV card, or October Apex main event? Dana White reveals he has no updates for Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler. As of sitting here, right now, no, I don't have a date for it or a plan or anything like that. That's the fight that needs to happen. We have been waiting for it. It's an awesome fight. It's a fun fight. Bilal Muhammad reveals his game plan against Leon Edwards at UFC 304.
How do we hear and new Manchester UFC 304? Visualization, how does it all play out?
Honestly, I think I go out there and I walk through them. I think it's going to be a knockout, and I think I'm going to hear and new. People are, had their thoughts, had their doubts, had their anything, but I'm going to do it again. I'm going to shock the world one more time, and I want to hear the excuses again, and again. But I'm going to have gold around my waist, so they don't really matter.
Joe Rogan talked about Merab Dvalishvili in his matchup against Sean O'Malley. Merab is the worst matchup for Sean. The worst matchup on paper for Sean in that division is Merab. Because if you would say, if you have a chance to beat Sean, how would you beat him? You have to take him down. Justin Gaethje reflects on Max Holloway loss. My game plan wasn't necessarily the correct game plan, but that's always something you can know after the fact. I think he fought an amazing fight, and he was very precise and perfect that night. And that was a very tough Max Holloway to beat. Dan Hooker explains Israel Adesanya is hitting like a truck heading into UFC 305. Israel is. I can't even bother sparring him at the moment. Like the way he's hitting me. I think he's like 105 kilos. He's had some time off. He was carrying some injuries. He spent a lot of time just packing on some size. And like, a lot of strength, bro. And he's just hitting like a truck, man. If you think he can just walk in his front door and raid his fridge, I think you're in for a rude awakening. Anthony Smith only sees an unlikely path to UFC gold. If we're just being honest here, that probably puts the nail in the coffin for my opportunity to ever win a title. Probably, there's chances. Obviously there's the Michael Bisping story, and the Dustin Poirier resurgence. Glover Teixeira, whatever, some of that stuff's all kind of circumstantial. It just happened to work out for them, but, that's probably it. Paddy Pimblett thinks Bobby Green isn't the same after his KO loss to Jalene Turner.
Jalen took something
You're
out.
right, that fight with Jalen. I was sitting in this room watching it with me mate Blaze, and we were both like, stop the fight. What? And like, as much as he talked shit about me that fight week, and I can remember turning to Blaze and saying, lad, even though he spoke shit about me, that's fucking disgusting. How was that ref allowed that to go on like that? But I think I do think it's still affecting him because he got clipped with a few shots against Jim Miller.
Thank you guys for watching video. If you enjoyed the video, kindly subscribe to my channel for more updates.